Uh, all right, we're live. The notifications got gone a little bit, but
Mhm.
what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Glow Pierre, and I'm back today with another stream. And today, I got a very special guest, the one and only Bryce Wilson. Bryce, go ahead and introduce yourself.
All right, what's up? Thanks for having me. My name's Bryce Wilson. I'm at YouTube videos too. I would call myself I'm a mental performance coach. I like to teach athletes how to transform their mind because in this day and age, it's you can find a bunch of information on how to transform the body, the jumping routine, workout routine, but there's not a lot of information on how to transform your mind, which really anybody can apply. So that's what I like to do: make content on transforming your mental performance for the best performance.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Again, man, I'm very thankful. I'm grateful to have you on the channel. Thank you for taking the time out your day to
Mm-hmm.
be here and provide, however many people watch with game, man. I
Mm-hmm.
really appreciate that.
Yes, the goal here. We're trying to change at least one life. Add some real inspirational value to the stream, bro. For sure,
Yes,
bro.
sir. You know the vibes. But anyway, the first we were talking about this before stream.
Mhm.
We were just talking about soccer and different favorite players and clubs. So let me ask you, knowing you're a soccer player, how'd you get into soccer? When was how old were you when you first got into it, and why did you get into soccer specifically as opposed to a sport like basketball or football?
Yeah, yeah. So I was actually put into soccer. I think it was like a sports camp. I put in soccer like at 3 years old. They just put in sports camp. They had different sports there, basketball, a couple other sports there, and then I just gravitated towards soccer. So ever since 3 years old, I was like on a soccer team playing. So that was my number one sport. But I did start playing basketball and baseball like 8 or 9. I played basketball and baseball. I never got into football. I know you're a football player, but I think I don't know. I was just that I'd already doing those three sports and then football, and then you can get injured real quick. I don't know
Yeah.
if there's injured, bro.
Yeah.
Dangerous out there. So I was just happy to stick with my sports I was staying with, and so I played all through high school soccer, and then I played a year of college soccer. But then I realized, first it's like a 24/7 job in
Yeah,
college, and then
exactly.
yeah, and that's not. Then I realized I just liked coaching more than playing actually. So that's why got on this.
Man, yo, that's dope. That's dope,
Mhm.
man. And exactly, a lot of people don't realize, man, that sports, it doesn't matter if it's Division 1, Division 2, Division 3, NAIA,
Mhm.
any sport at the college level, it's around the clock. It's a job, man. You got
Mhm.
lift, you got different meetings, you have practices, all of that. And then on top of that, you have your regular classes, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So on the outside looking in, it's pretty cool, whatnot. But once you get there, you gotta realize that, coaches get paid for this. This is what they
Mhm.
live off of. It's a business. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So um
Yes.
yeah, it's dope to hear somebody else speak up
Mhm.
and speak up about that, man.
Yeah,
For
it's super serious. I don't know if like do you think college athletes should get paid if the controversial take? Let's see.
oh man,
Mhm.
very controversial, man. I
Mhm.
remember back in school writing literally papers on this. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But this is the thing, man, because you got both sides of the argument. You got people saying, oh, they already get paid with scholarships
Mhm.
and free education and whatnot. And then, the other side of the argument is like, well, these guys do more than the average student, like
Mhm.
they risk their health, all of that. It's around the clock. They're doing more. And then on top of that, they still have the workload of a regular student. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Yeah.
I believe, me personally, I do believe that college college athletes should get paid. It doesn't mean getting paid like, like a professional, you know what I'm saying, not on
Yeah.
the scale of a professional athlete, but I do
Mhm.
believe they should have some compensation.
Yeah.
Um I know an anecdote that I can give that really hits close to home. My cousin, he's a
Mhm.
linebacker, or he was a linebacker at Ole Miss,
Oh,
and he
cool.
just transferred to Louisville. And I
Mhm.
remember going to see him at a game
Mhm.
a couple years back, right? And um you know, Ole Miss, very big football school.
Mhm.
Stadium has like 70,000 people. So
Mhm.
you could go play a game. There's like 70,000 people watching, all these people that care about you. And he actually, the game that I went to go see him, he got hurt. He broke his leg and he was out for
Mhm.
the rest of the season.
Mhm.
So, all of a sudden, the game that, potentially he could make millions from was, gone like that. So not
Mhm.
only did he get hurt, and had to go through rehab and had to go through all of that to get back to the level that he was playing at. But there was things like food and different things that, weren't really there, at home, right? So
Yeah.
I was like, man, like you play in front of like all these people, all of this, you have all these different fans, whatever, but at the end of the day, you gotta go back and worry about food.
Mm-hmm.
Like it doesn't add up. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So that's just an example, and I've heard different stories, especially with college basketball. I think it was Shabazz Napier, 2013, and he had it was after March Madness, and he played for UConn, which is a very big basketball school. And he was talking about how sometimes they didn't have anything to eat,
Mm-hmm.
and it didn't make sense because the schools are making so much money off of
Yeah.
these players and their
Mm-hmm.
names and their
Yeah.
likeness and whatnot, and they don't get a cent of it.
That's what I think is wrong, especially like at the D1 level, like you were talking about your cousin, like
Yeah.
at Ole Miss, like that big D1 level. The coach is making a couple millions of dollars. The school
Yeah.
is making just millions of dollars just off your name, especially if you're a star. They're making millions
Mhm.
off of you, and then you don't even get enough to go to Taco Bell. Like that's
Yeah,
crazy.
exactly.
So
It's so
yeah,
wrong. It's
yeah.
so wrong.
And I
And
think it is difficult to like try to give them money because obviously if you give college students a couple $1,000s, they're gonna go crazy with it. But
yeah,
I think there's a way they could do it. And then also I was thinking like maybe they could add up the money and then when they graduate, then they get all that money back. So instead
yeah.
of just not getting anything. But yeah,
Yeah, that's the
that's gotta
thing. Like,
change.
there's so many ways, and that's the thing. Because whenever I hear that argument, most people are like, "Oh, like, most people think that by paying college athletes, it means that you give them like 500,000, like $1 million,
Yeah,
nothing like something crazy,
yeah,
right? But it can literally just mean like give them enough for them to actually have food after
yeah,
a game or whatnot.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be anything crazy,
Mm-hmm.
but like again, like we said, like you got to realize, bro, like not only are these players students, like they're students, they have their work to do, but they're also practicing, going to meetings, doing all of these different
Yeah,
things that are putting their health at the line. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
That's more, they're going through more than the average student.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So I
yeah.
do believe that they should be compensated. And it's kind of it's getting better with the NIL rule.
Oh yeah, it's
So,
cool.
athletes can get deals and whatever from different companies and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So that's at least it's going in the right direction.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I was definitely on the side where athletes should get compensated because
Yeah.
I've heard too much stories and
Mm-hmm.
like things about players not actually having enough to get food at like McDonald's or whatever.
Yeah,
So
exactly. Yeah, that's crazy. If you're just asking any of the athletes and they'd all agree. So yeah, it's gotta
yeah,
change.
but another thing I want to ask you, man. Congrats on your book. I know you have a
Appreciate,
book out. You just
appreciate
published
it.
your author,
I
man.
got it right here. No, I gotta keep it on
How to
deck.
be a winner. That's
Yeah.
actually why I got this champion shirt on,
Hey,
man.
yes
How
sir,
to
yes
be a
sir.
winner. Exactly. How to
Champions.
be a champion is the
Mhm,
mindset thing. So let me ask you, bro, what went behind the creative process of writing that book?
mhm,
How long did it take you to write that book, and why did you decide to write a
mhm.
book?
Right. Yeah. So I'll start with the why. So journey to like I said, I talked about how I grew up playing soccer and
Hmm.
everything, and in high school, I was one of those players. Well, I've always been like a shyer player, like more less confident. I'm not just naturally confident. So in
Yeah,
high school, you're trying to get on varsity, and there's older players, better players. You start getting insecure about yourself. Every time you play, you're scared to play. You put yourself in the game, and then you just play completely worse than you actually know you can play. And I just didn't
exactly.
understand it. But I just said, oh, maybe just gotta toughen up. Like, people say you just gotta keep going harder, and that's it. And so I struggled with like, confidence issues the whole way on my athlete journey, but I didn't really know how to fix it. And then so it wasn't until like I said, I became a coach and I started coaching these players, and I saw the players do the same thing where they play great in practice and then go in games, they'd be all scared to play. They
Yeah,
wouldn't take risks. I'm like, why are they playing so different in the games than practices? And so then I decided to take them upon myself, and I had to research, and there's no resource out there on how to build confidence. So I thought that was strange because obviously every athlete, every person will say confidence is important, discipline is important, but it's not really like a resource out there that says this is how you build confidence. It doesn't really say that. So I
hmm,
said, all right, fine, I'll do it myself. And so it actually started during COVID. Like I had the idea like right before COVID, and then COVID kind of helped it where there's nothing else to do. So I might as well just write this book. So I just researched the best athletes in the world. You know, the LeBron James, the Kobe Bryants, you know, the Messi's. We'll talk about soccer, but yeah, the best athletes in the world, and saw what they did to improve, and that's kind of where the book came from.
That's dope, man. That's dope because, man, you nailed it, bro. Like, I've seen and I know so many people that in practice, like, you know, you're making all the plays, you're where you need to be, you're doing everything you got to do. And then once you're in a game, something like flips and you don't, you know, you're not as confident. You're not doing what, you know, you can do. And I've seen so many people do that. Like, for example, my own brother, like, he's a basketball player and really good player. You know, when we're playing one-on-one or when we're playing with our friends or whatever, he's really good. But once he gets to a game, it's like he's different. Like, he's not shooting as much. Like, he's not as aggressive, plays passive. And it's like, man, like, what's going on? So honestly, bro, I'm gonna have to get that book and, you know, give it to my brother so he could really out that, man. So
for sure. Let him know for sure. And there's different areas of it. Some of it would be, well, I don't know if we diagnose your brother real quick, but would you say it's more of like the pressure gets to him, or it's not taking risks?
Man, I think it might have to be the pressure, you know, because like I said, like any low pressure situation, like if it's just a 1v1, like outside in the driveway, or like, you know, just playing with friends, like in a familiar environment, low pressure, familiar environment, like where there's not really as much judgment for performing like not up to par, you know, when the risk is lower, like, you know, it's not a game, it's not anything that has like actual implications, then, you know, he's free to play how he plays. He takes more risks. He just shows off. He does, you know, all these different things. But when it's an actual structured game and, you know, a game is, you know, you win or you lose, anything with negative implications, like it's not only like, it's not a case where he plays like more structured and he's doing that, but it's like he's not even doing that. He's just not who he is. You know, it's like a completely different player. So you know, obviously I've tried to ask him like why he's like that or whatnot, but you know, it's obviously it's not that simple. There's different layers and whatnot behind it. So that book is going to be a great help for sure.
For sure. I'll spit some quick game on that real quick, because you know, pressure is a thing that a lot of athletes struggle with, and I realize that most of it is because when you see pressure, like many people think that pressure is a bad thing, but obviously, you know, LeBron James is the ones, if they have thousands of, the more people watching them, the better they play. So there has to be a reason why. And what I found was the people who don't thrive under pressure is because they see what they can lose. So when they see pressure as a chance for an opportunity for what they can lose, and they see it as an opportunity for failure, they're thinking every time they take a shot, they're thinking, oh, what if I miss? And so that's going to obviously take the injury off. But then the people who thrive under pressure, they think of what they see pressure as an opportunity for success and what they can gain. So whenever it's a final, the countdown is 3, 2, 1, and they're taking a shot, they're thinking of what happens if I make this. I'm going to be the man. That's obviously that they're going to play better. So it's just, when you see pressure, you have to see it for what you can gain rather than what you can lose.
Facts, man. That's literally facts. It's that's so true. Like, you just have to switch, because you're right. Like, pressure isn't in itself like a bad thing, man. It's really just how you view it. Like, what's your what is your mindset around pressure, man? Like you said, you get the shot, and you know, be like LeBron James or Kobe, like you hit a game-winning shot, bro. You're like great forever. You know, that's literally like you're cemented in that's a part of your legacy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's cemented forever. You know, like if you it's so much like of a higher reward when you use that pressure to, you know, be the man. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if you miss, bro, even if you miss, you still took the opportunity into your own hands. You know what I'm saying? You still took it into your own hands, and the outcome into your own hands. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to give the last shot to somebody else and have, you know, the outcome of the game in their hands. I'd rather me do it and it be in my control. And if I make it, I make it. And if I miss, I miss. You know what I'm saying? It's that simple, man.
That's what I was talking about, perception. Obviously, if you think that this shot is going to be part of your legacy, then definitely you want to take it. If you think that this is cementing you into the, you know, upper echelon. So obviously you want to take that. And then, like I said, we talk about failure too, but failure is a failure. Michael Jordan had that quote that's like, I missed 9,000 game winning or 9,000 shots or whatever the quote was. He missed a lot of shots, but we still say he's a GOAT. So it doesn't matter how many times you fail, just keep moving and you're going to get to that level.
That's facts. That's facts. But I know a lot of y'all, hold on. Let's go. Yes, sir.
One day.
Right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The GOAT, man. But yeah, a lot of y'all probably know Bryce through Jordan. And he talked to me about this before stream, but I'm going to ask you again for a lot of people. But how did you actually meet Jordan?
Yeah. I guess I'll do the real version. So it's either the quick version and long version. The long version kind of exposes us. We're kind of down bad, but I'll just go into it real quick. I don't know if have you heard of Elena Castillo, or did he tell you about her?
Nah.
All right, so yes, so we were about to expose ourselves. All right, we're down bad. So we were, young boys. I think it was like, I guess 3 years ago. So there's some time apart, okay? But we were on YouTube, and there's this girl named Elena Castillo, and she had a video called "Sing You to Sleep," Daniel Caesar or something like that. But it was that was when Daniel Caesar's album just came out. So I was like, yeah, I'll check it out. That's how I get most of my music, is just through YouTube. So I just clicked on it, obviously, because she was in thumbnail. She was looking all right. So I just clicked on it. So I checked it out, and she was all right. I was like, okay, that's fine. But I didn't really think anything of it. But then, how YouTube works, once you click on it, they recommend you again. So they kept recommending her again. So I clicked on it again. And this time I looked at her, her Instagram. I had to check it out. And I found out that she lives in Houston. Like, she's local. So okay, yeah, I'll support her now. And after that, I just, kept checking in on her videos, and she did live streams too, and got to know she was pretty cool. And then I found someone else was in the live stream typing comments, and that was Jordan Green. Down bad. We were both trying to get at her. I'm not even gonna lie. We were down typing in the comments and stuff, and he was one of those guys that was on every live stream. So we kind of got to know each other because you could recognize their name. And she happened to be performing a festival in I think in San Antonio, and we both went, and I found out he was from Texas. So I said, hey, you want to meet up and everything? And so we met at the festival, and then we came back. We said, we got to hang out some more. So that's when we started hanging out. But like I said, it started from a down bad moment, but since then we both elevated. So it's all good.
That's dope. That's dope, man. That's dope, bro. That's actually hilarious, man. So y'all heard it here. That's a Pierre exclusive, man. You can only hear on this channel, on this stream, bro.
Yes, sir. Me and Jordan Green were down bad, but hey, you can elevate. You can elevate.
Yeah, elevate. Exactly, man. Exactly, bro. That's actually hilarious, man. Yeah, but segue into that, you met Jordan. Jordan's, I don't know if he was at that time a self-improvement YouTuber. I don't think so. But
yeah, he was doing public interviews, stuff like that.
Yeah. But he grew into making self-improvement content and how to elevate. So how did you find self-improvement? How did you start getting into that?
Well, like I said, it was kind of through sports. I was being an athlete, and it was kind of like this same thing I talk about in the book is kind of where I had all these struggles and with confidence, and I wanted to learn how to improve it. So I just did my own research on how to improve it. So mine wasn't really, of course, the girls thing was involved, but it wasn't really on that route. It was more just how to kind of get better in sports, and that translated to everything in life. So if you can get better at confidence or get more disciplined through sports, you can do that everything. So I think that was about 2-3 years ago. It was kind of crazy. Like that's what I'm saying, things like there's that spiritual connection because me and Jordan kind of started our journey on the same time. Started really trying to elevate ourselves, and then we use each other to really build ourselves up. So I encourage anybody to get someone that's kind of on the same wavelength to really just help you guys grow. Because we both made lots of leaps and bounds in the past few years.
Yeah, man. And I actually have a follow-up question to that, but how did being an athlete help translate to success in other areas of life, like YouTube and being an author and like you just explained, self-improvement? How did the lessons you learned from soccer and practice and games and repeatedly trying to get better through that, how that translates to other areas of your life?
Yeah, I think that one of the biggest things is discipline. Your coach, especially the football coaches, go crazy. That they yell at you, go crazy. So soccer coaches aren't as crazy, but it's still just a discipline. You go out there, and they might have a required mile time you have to meet, and so you have to train yourself up to that time, or even just, you know, you have that game at the end of the season, or a championship game that you have to prepare for. So it's that discipline every day. You have to put in the work, and obviously that applies to YouTube and writing the book. So with YouTube, whenever I have a video idea, I have the discipline to where, you know, I'm gonna write down my idea, I'm gonna film it or do whatever I need to do to prepare for that video and prepare for that. So in the book, the same thing. For this book took like maybe around 2 years, and I think I wrote or researched something every single day for those like 2 years. So, and even if the days I wasn't doing it, I was at least thinking about it. I was thinking about ideas. I was going out and experiencing things and using those experiences for the book. So it's about like daily habits that really helps you take exponential leaps. Because if it was just off and on, it would take 5 years. But if you just do it every day, or at least try to think about doing it every day, it's how you really grow.
That's facts, man. That's true, bro. Because yeah, like you said, like football coaches are crazy. Like, yeah, they are. But they really do. You know, there's a method to the madness, bro. There's a method to craziness, of course. And I really found that, you know, going through football and playing sports, you know, early on through high school, through middle school, earlier than that, like the lessons I learned, you know, discipline and not giving up and all of that and working hard, it really shaped me to the person I am today. You know, I believe that every kid should have the experience of playing any sport at an early age, because it really teaches you a lot about life and yourself. You know, you really see what you're made of.
Yeah,
because it's not easy. It's easy. You know what I'm saying? Especially being a kid, especially in Texas with the
big time.
With the heat, and you still show up to practice after practice, game after game. You know, it really says a lot about your character, and it builds your character. You know, with YouTube, like you said, like constantly having video ideas and posting consistently and scripting and all of that, man, and doing it even though sometimes you don't feel like it, doing stuff even though you don't feel like it, man. It's all built through sports, because honestly, there's times where I didn't feel like going to practice. There's times probably you didn't feel like going to practice. There's times that you don't feel like doing any of these things, but it doesn't matter because you know you have to do it and get it done. So
sports are one of the things. Well, of course it's fun, but the hard things are things you don't really appreciate until you're done, and you realize, you know, a lot of people really don't have to go through, you know, have someone yell at them all the time, or have them have to meet a deadline, or they have to get a punishment, things like that. Like, they don't really have to go through that if you're playing video games or whatever it is. So like, sports really instill that discipline in you, and even that competitive nature. So like, I talked with Jordan about competition. What are your thoughts on competition? Do you compete with other YouTubers? What are your thoughts on competition?
Man, I feel like competition is very important. You know, iron sharpens iron. However, I know one thing I can say, I'm a very very competitive person. Like, I will say that, and I'm glad that sports allowed me the avenue to, you know, practice that competitiveness in a healthy manner. And even in YouTube, man, I know I try not to compare myself. Of course, like, I try not to compare myself as much, but you know, in my nature, my competitive nature, sometimes I can't help it. Sometimes I look at like bigger YouTubers, right? And I'm like, man, what can I do to get to that level, man? Like, what are they doing that I'm not? What are they doing that I'm not? And like, how can I implement that to my videos, to my channel, to get to that point? You know what I'm saying? But really, the greatest competition that you can face is with yourself every day. You know, like, you know, there's sometimes, like I said, you don't feel like doing certain things. You know, it turns into a battle within yourself. You know, sometimes you don't feel like working out or studying or making YouTube videos, whatever the case might be. And sometimes you let that feeling win. You know, sometimes you let that feeling win. But it's really about how are you attacking every day. You know what I'm saying? Because it's compounds. What you do today is going to affect tomorrow. And so forth and so on, right? So it's really just about setting yourself up today to win tomorrow. That's the biggest competition I have, you know. So of course, you know, I have my goals. I'm looking at other people, but every day it's the competition I'm trying to win is with myself, you know.
That's good. Yeah, the right mindset, competing against yourself, trying to get better than you were yesterday. And But I even say like just competition with other people isn't a bad thing. Like Jordan says that he doesn't compete with anybody, which I feel like innate we kind of do that subconsciously. But my thing is there's a difference between competition and comparison. There's a lot of times
That's
you
true.
see someone else, you compare yourself to them, like, oh, why am I not there? Or you're
That's
trying to
true.
bring them down. That's negative. But if you say competition and you're trying to say, oh, he does, like say like Jordan Green, his thumbnails, he gets his photo shoot. It's like, man. So you get the idea. Like maybe I should start doing photo shoots and work on my thumbnails a little more like that. Or you can see like JT, the way he's humorous and entertaining. You're like, oh, maybe I should try to add a little more of that elements into my videos. So it's really just like learning from other people, seeing what they're doing, and trying to use what they do and to raise your own level. It's not really competing against them to push them down, but using them as leverage to get the best out of yourself.
Yeah, exactly, man. Like finding sources of inspiration, motivation from other people, like, because at the end of the day, like, you can try and take stuff from other people, but you have your own unique power. It's not, don't take inspiration from other people to be them, but you want to add more. Like, LeBron can't just all of a sudden like just shoot like Curry like one day, but you can learn tips from Curry and like, his shooting mechanics or whatnot to make himself a better shooter, and that's really the beauty of competition, and just not trying to, like you said, it's not trying to bring other people down, but it's like, what can I learn from this to help me out, you know what I'm saying, and get better in my own way,
Yeah. And what are your like YouTube like inspirations? Maybe not the ones you're competing with, but just like YouTube inspirations that you like really like. Yeah, like how'd you get into YouTube and like those people that inspired you to do that, or just in who do you see now?
Okay, so I have more than a few inspirations for YouTube, because I'll say how I started YouTube. Before I started YouTube, of course, I was watching Jordan, I was watching JT, I was watching Rami, like all these different guys, and I was like, man, like I could start a channel, I could help people the same way they're helping them. So those are the guys that really, really inspired me to even pick up the camera and start uploading videos and making videos. As far as like, beyond that, a couple guys that I kind of look up to with YouTube, me being a football fan, Destroying, he's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty high quality videos. Zeus, they're pretty funny. Yeah, he's pretty funny, and he used to play football.
That was really funny, bro.
Yeah, really funny. And of course, Soul Illuminati, aka Spiritual Soul. Like, a lot of people, have taken inspiration from him, and I remember growing up watching him throughout 2K and just watching his whole journey from being, 2K player to somebody that's, on self-improvement and spiritual and whatnot. So that was pretty interesting, and it inspired me to not only better myself, but he still inspires me with making videos, and like his whole, like the way he could convey his message in a format that makes it not hard to understand, and it kind of makes it familiar, like the way he makes his videos, it feels like almost kind of like you're just FaceTiming like a friend or whatnot and just talking about what's going on in the world. And I always found that really comforting and appealing, So I try to have that same approach whenever I make my videos, like the same like familiar, comforting feeling and whatnot, like you talking to a friend. So those are my main inspirations. Do you have any yourself?
Okay. Yeah, my inspirations.
That boy lagging. Uh-oh. That boy that started lagging. Oh, snap. Oh, my man lagged out. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I'm back in there. All right, we're good. Back in. All right, we're back in. All right, let's hop back where we are. Like we never left. But
inspirations, man. Like, what are your inspirations on YouTube?
Yeah, inspirations. Yeah, I kind of for me, like, so I kind of look at myself more as like a coach than through YouTube. Like I use YouTube like as a tool to like, I really like writing, so writing and then using YouTube as a tool to spread that and just spread the message. So I have more like just like inspirations overall. So I think like my like top three or so like be LeBron, J. Cole, like the way he carries himself, and it kind of used to be Will Smith. Will Smith after except after it happened, I had to take a break. I was really
Yeah.
in the middle. I was in the middle of reading his book, and then that happened. I was like, I had to put the book down. I had to take a break. uh, but yeah,
Yeah.
those three, I like those three just for like how they carry themselves or for different aspects of them. Yeah,
Yeah, that's dope. And yeah, that reminds me. I also have like, of course, like other inspirations outside of just YouTube as well. But one of my main ones is Kobe. And just his work ethic and the whole Mamba mentality.
yeah,
And you being a mental sports coach, like
yeah.
what things did you study Kobe and his Mamba mentality, and what things did you take away from that, and how he operated, and
Yeah.
how his mentality and whatnot helped translate to him being one of the greatest basketball players of all time.
Yeah. Kobe has, like I said, for this book, I studied like almost the biggest athletes in the world, and Kobe has like one of the best like all around mindsets, like any athlete. Like, so I learned a ton from him. I'll just wrap them off. Like one of them was how he from a young child, like he knew he wanted to be the best basketball player in the world. So everything he did was for that. So whether he was at school, he was like, he even said he was like in school, he was working on his focus. So he's focused on what the teacher's talking about because he wants to focus in the game. So things like that. So everything was for the purpose of basketball. So like I said, that helps with the book where, even if I'm not actually writing the book, I can still go outside and observe people. I can still go outside and monitor my discipline confidence levels or enthusiasm things and learn that and apply that to the book. So that was one of the things. Another thing was like the concentration he had on his sport. Like whenever he was training, usually for me, like that's how I knew he was different. Whenever in high school when I was playing soccer, I would I go to practice, I go home, I might do a little extra on my own, but I just be shooting the ball, and that'd really be it. But he practiced like before school, during school, after school, and then he wouldn't just be shooting the ball. He would be working on specific plays that he needed to do for the game, or like he'd be working on. He said, I have a weak left hand, so I'm going to be doing everything with my left hand. He's talking about he would like brush his teeth with the left hand. He'd do everything with his left hand for a couple of days to really strengthen the left hand. So it's just the concentration and level of like dedication to his craft was like what took him to another level.
Yeah, man. One of the GOATs, man. That's really crazy. Another guy that I look up to as well as Muhammad Ali, man.
Yeah.
One of the greatest boxers, if not the greatest boxer ever.
Exactly.
And his confidence and his swag and whatnot. Did you study him and what made him great, and why he thought the way he thought, and how that translated to him in the ring?
Yeah. I put him in the it's like the affirmations chapter because everyone knows he said like I'm the greatest, and he was saying that when he was like 20 years old. I tell a story of like he was 20 years old, just got into professional boxing, and he was beating some athletes, but he really wasn't anything that. But he kept saying I'm the greatest, and then he finally got his title shot against like the best boxer of that time, best heavyweight. So it'd be like Tyson Fury or Deontay Wilder. So it'd be like a young 20-year-old dude fighting them, and he was saying I'm the greatest, and he went up, he fought them, and he beat the guy, and so then he of course kept beating people. That really showed me like the power of affirmation. You just saying yourself, saying that, talking about yourself, whether you're talking about I'm the greatest or I'm the best or whatever you really want to say to encourage yourself, that just helps you believe that. Because whether or not it's true or not, it doesn't matter. It's just as long as you believe, it'll help you perform better.
Exactly, man. Exactly. That's so true, man. Like just waking up, or that reminds me. I saw this video. I forgot who was by. But it was about a UFC fighter. His name is Sean O'Malley.
Yeah.
And they were saying like every time like he talks to somebody or like anybody in his camp, like they always call each other champ, like how you doing, champ, like this champ, like, and whether or not like he's the actual champion, just getting used to calling yourself champ and always hearing that word champ, just champion, champion, like that gets into your subconscious mind. So you really do believe, you're the champ, I'm the champ, this champ, that, and you go out and whenever you actually become the champ, it's great, but it's like there's a feeling that you were already supposed to have it, like that was something that was destined for it because you're always hearing champ, and that's always in your subconscious mind. You know, you whenever you went on that stage, it kind of feels like, oh, like I was supposed to do this. Like this was my, you know, like this was supposed to be for me. You know, so yeah, that's definitely true, man. I feel like more people got to practice affirmations and look at themselves and really speak it, because words do have power. You know, you are what you say you are.
Definitely, so, it's power positively and negatively. Like if you start talking down on yourself, that's gonna just deflate your confidence lower and lower. And in that example, if you never call yourself a champ and then you finally get to that stage, you're gonna feel like nervous, and even if you do win, you're gonna be surprised, like, oh, I actually did it. So and then it won't last because you don't really believe that you deserve it, and so you probably lose it the next chance you get it. So it's just having that mindset that you're where you want to be, and then that really directs your training. So if you call yourself champ, then you can't just be sitting on the couch eating Doritos. You got to go out there and work if you're going to call yourself a champ. So it really directs your actions and the work you put in. You can do it where you just stand in the mirror and say stuff, or you can just, throughout your day, just say affirmations, positive affirmations, and that really build your confidence.
It's facts, man. Let's see. What is you mentally, man? So you got all these different traits like discipline, confidence, like all of these different things. But in your opinion, what is the most important thing for an athlete to have mentally?
Oh, I can't answer that. That's the most important. Is it depends on each one. So I'll just rattle off. So I found there's like 10 mental abilities that the greatest athletes have. So I'll just rattle them all off.
Go ahead.
Attitude, confidence, courage, curiosity, creativity, discipline, environment, passion, resilience, and teamwork. So, but the thing with those, like, they all work together. So you can't really be confident and then not have teamwork, not be able to work with a team, or it's not gonna work. You can't really believe in yourself or have a lot of passion, but then not be disciplined enough to put in the work. So I think all of them work together. I don't think there's one that's more important than the other, but there are some that, like, some people are innately, there's more confident than the rest of the people. So other people have to work on that more. And then some people, they're really just passionate about what they do. So I think there's things that you have to work on the most, but I think they all kind of work together.
That's that's true. That is true, man. Like you said, like some people are more like, confident than others, and it just comes naturally to them. Like, for example, we were just talking about Muhammad Ali. Like I've watched documentaries, I've read up on him. There's somebody that's always been like, always thought highly of himself, always, was confident in himself. And, that was natural to him, but other things had to come, like with more, like applying it more and actually think about more, like work ethic. Like you can be confident and whatnot and all these things, like you said, they do all work together, but there are some aspects that, you have to develop more, like, for example, if we're talking about, like players like, what's his name? So let's talk about LeBron. Like LeBron always been a crazy athlete, genetically gifted, of course, all these things. But one thing that he had to develop as time went on was, I could say two things. Two things that he had to develop more as time went on was his shooting and his passing. And now, like whenever he first came to the league, he wasn't the best shooter or he wasn't the best passer, but he was always a freak athlete and still dominated regardless. But the more, as more and more time went on, and the older he got, he wasn't, I mean, he's still a freak athlete, but he wasn't as athletic, and he couldn't rely on being a crazy athlete anymore. He had to learn and study the game more, which, is discipline. And he had to do all these different things to really, still make him great without just relying on his athleticism. So now, not only is he still an above average athlete, he's also an above average shooter and one of the best playmakers ever,
Yeah, exactly. Like a lot of people like to say, if you're in the pros, oh, it's all about talent. It's exactly. But if you want to go to the pros, they're going to be, every other player there is talented. So it doesn't matter about that. I'm talking about Giannis Antetokounmpo too. Like he's, obviously he's a freak athlete. He's like one of the tallest, like biggest, like athletes. But he got into the league at 18, and then I think by 25 he was the MVP. There's every other player is there too. They're all talented. They're all the same amount of size. But there's a reason he got MVP. And one of the mindsets he had is his goal was to improve every day. So imagine you have that crazy talent and for crazy athleticism, but then your goal is to put in the work and improve every single day. Like the improvements are exponential. So he's playing against he's competing against players that are kind of taking it easy. They're just relaxing. And so if you improve every day, it's the improvements are exponential.
Yeah, man. And it's interesting that you say that, because earlier we were talking about college, sports and whatnot. That's another thing, man. Like in high school, you can be the man on your team, you can be the best, whatever. But when you get to college, like everybody's like that. Everybody was that guy at their high school, So what's gonna set you apart and you being successful at that level is like how much work you put in, like you can't just rely on talent, like talent only gets you so far. Like you have to also have the work ethic and dedication to put in to separate yourself and the mentality. And that's why it's so important that there's like you've written that book and you're a mental coach, because physically everybody can be on the same playing field. Everybody can be, especially at the higher levels, pros, everybody can be a freak athlete, everybody can be gifted, whatnot, but it's the mindset, bro. It's really what's going on in here that will allow you to separate yourself from the next person, what's the difference between somebody like a Giannis, and Ben Simmons? They're the same physical profile, they're same physically gifted, but Giannis has the mentality where he wants to improve exponentially every day, and Ben Simmons,
are you gonna clown him?
You know what I'm saying?
It's Ben Simmons. You said it's Ben Simmons, yeah.
It's just Ben Simmons, But yeah, man, see that, and it just goes to show you how important training your mental is, and it really makes a difference for an athlete, bro.
Like I said, like mental is more important than the physical, because Kobe even said it. He said I'm not the fastest, I can't jump the highest, I'm not the strongest, but yet we call him the GOAT. Like he's one of the GOATs. It's all because of his mentality. And if we played athletes, we've all played against an athlete that really maybe wasn't as good as us, but then maybe they got us on the wrong day, and they're more confident, they're more energized to play, and vice versa. So there's days that it doesn't matter how good they are, how good someone else is. It's about your mentality to get through it.
Exactly, man. For real, man. But shoot. Oh, I got a question, man. So game day. Let's say it's an important game day. You're facing one of the best schools. They got a lot of good players, and you're preparing yourself mentally before the game. What are the top 3 pre-game songs that you would listen to?
Ooh, okay. Top 3 pre-game songs.
That right headspace, get you ready to go, man. What are the top 3 pre-game songs?
Yeah, so I mean, I said some old ones, but is this more like for right now, or for like the back in the day ones?
Shoot, I'll say right now. Right now.
Yeah. So yeah, mine is like rapping. It typically had to be upbeat. Some people like to chill themselves out. I like to have something like upbeat and get me going. So like I said, my favorite athletes, J. Cole, and one of the songs he just released is motivational. The last song on it was called "Hunger on Hillside." It's just motivational. Like that, you hear the instrumental and just you get inspired to get going. And then another one is Meek Mill. So yeah, Meek Mill is like old songs. Either it really don't matter. Old school Meek Mill and go hard. There's one. I mean, if you heard it, like "I'm a Boss" or "Dreams and Nightmares," obviously. So just one any of his old like songs where he's like really trying to get it. He's on the path trying to get it. That just gets you going. So I'd say Meek Mill, and then since we're on the topic of that, then Nipsey Hussle, like "Victory Lap." There's anyone on that. Just ones where you just feel like I'm ready to get it. Like those type of songs. That's the songs I go for.
Yeah. I'll say me. Anything. I'll say the number one artist I used to listen to, or I still listen to, Chief Keef, bro. Anything with because it's football. Anything with like loud and has a lot of bass. There's a lot of you about to hit somebody in the game like that. That always used to get me going, bro. Especially the beats and just anything like just really loud. Like anything with a hard bass, loud thing, just yelling, of course, and whatnot. Like that always used to get me in the zone, bro. Because man, football football is different, bro. Like you
Yeah.
you about to go hit somebody, man. So you got
That's
to
the
get
one. Yeah,
in the
before,
headset.
like, sometimes you have to get motivate yourself, to have a certain technique. Football is like you're ready to go to war. Like you have to you're just
Yeah.
gonna hit someone. That's so you have to motivate yourself.
Yeah, man, that's the thing. Like with any sport,
Mm-hmm.
doesn't matter if it's football or not. You can't be scared.
Mm-hmm.
Like being scared and being nervous is
Right.
different.
Right.
Everybody gets nervous. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
like pregame jitters is a part of the process, and it should, for the most part, be normal.
Mm-hmm.
Even when there was a team that I knew we were just gonna destroy and just run over, I was
Mm-hmm.
still nervous. Like I
Yeah.
still had pregame jitters. Right?
Mm-hmm.
That's completely different, but there was
Mm-hmm.
never a moment in time where I went out and I was scared, because when
Mm-hmm.
you're scared, then you do things then you're gonna get yourself hurt, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, um, that's the thing, man. So that's what was I even saying before I got there? I
Right.
forgot, but
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's
you can't play with any fear. But so
yeah,
you
you
keep
really
it number
can't,
one. Did
man.
you have other songs too, or that was the number one?
Who else did I listen to? So, my top three artists should be Chief Keef. J. Cole's a good one too.
Mm-hmm.
J. Cole's a good one, especially the what album was it? It was a
Yeah.
Sideline Story. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
So
Okay.
anything off that album's pretty good,
Mm-hmm.
especially what's that one song? It's hold on, I gotta go to my Apple Music. It's
Yeah.
Dollar in the Dream. Dollar in the
Yeah.
Dream
Yeah.
3.
Yeah, that one's
Dollar
yeah.
in
That's
the
what I'm
Dream.
saying. He's just inspirational. Yeah, bro, for
Yeah,
sure.
Dollar in the Dream 3. That one's pretty good. That's a really good pregame song.
Mm-hmm.
And who else? I would say I would say um Playboy Cardi or Lil
Yeah.
Uzi Vert. Not yeah, Playboy Cardi, Lil Uzi Vert, and Future. Those
Okay.
three
Yeah,
too.
those are
Yeah,
dangerous for sure, bro. Dangerous for sure.
exactly.
But
Especially one of my main song, Too Much Sauce.
mhm,
Like that song just that song get me in the
yeah,
zone.
yeah.
So
I do
that's
gotta
how
ask quick side note questions. So you said you like Cardi. Like I was a big Cardi fan too. But then like, how'd you feel about his last album? For me, I was. And there's a couple
Whole
songs
Lot
on
of
there,
Red.
but I wasn't feeling overall.
Whole Lot of Red.
Yeah.
I feel like now, honestly, back then I didn't really like it as much. There
Mhm.
was a couple songs that I did like Slayer. Slayer's one of my favorite songs on there. That's probably my favorite song in that
Mhm.
entire album. But there was a couple songs I liked, but as a whole, I didn't really like it.
Mhm.
It took some time for it to grow on me, like maybe like a couple months, 3 months, 4 months, and I started to kind of go back and listen to it again
Yeah.
and really listen to it. But um, I feel like it's an okay album. My favorite Cardi album is Die Lit, of course.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was my stuff.
Yeah.
So Die Lit is the best in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah. I
But
think.
he has a
Yeah.
lot of good songs for getting in the zone, motivating, especially the beats and stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think I was just more mad at that. Like he has so many. Like he probably has 3 albums of leaked songs that are all hard.
Oh
But he decided to
man,
make a whole different. He tried to throw them all away and make a whole different album. Like, bro, just give us the
yeah,
ones you already want.
yeah, bro. Like it's such a shame, and we'll probably never know. But like
Yeah,
what was the original Whole Lot of Red? Like what did that
yeah,
sound like? You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? But like you said, like all of the songs got leaked, and having to throw away an album and then re-record something else and then do that and making sure that doesn't get leaked. I can
yeah,
I can imagine that has to be pretty demotivating, bro.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
imagine you have some really good workout and you're ready to drop it and it just gets leaked after leaked
yeah,
after leaked, and
yeah,
you have to scrap it and throw it. Like that has to get, what I'm saying? Like that has to suck. But
yeah. It has to be tough. I mean, yeah, I don't know the full business side of it, but I still feel like obviously you might lose some money because it's already got leaked, but I still
mhm.
feel like the people would appreciate it for the culture, even if it wasn't your main album, you just put it out officially. People would appreciate that, but I mean,
Yeah, I feel
yeah,
like people would appreciate that, especially somebody like an artist like as big as Cardi.
yeah,
Like people are gonna rock with Cardi regardless.
yeah,
So I feel like a lot of fans, even I myself, I would appreciate that as well.
mhm, yeah,
But
yeah.
man, it is
It is
what
what
it
it
is,
is,
man.
man.
Exactly, it is what it is. And I was just talking about pregame songs, but did you have like a specific pregame ritual, like
Mm.
something that you did, or like a food that you ate, or something that you had to do,
Yeah,
otherwise like it would just mess up the whole flow of things?
yeah. I didn't have anything crazy, with with high school, the games could be any time, so it's like you couldn't really have like a set meal to do before, and then as like locker room, I guess like of course one of the things is you listen to pump up music, and then in the locker room if we have the time to have a speaker and just everyone listen to it too, and just I'd be the one like in the zone. I wouldn't really be going too crazy. I'd just be sitting in my chair, and get in the zone, and then I got on the field, then I might do like little jog, little sprints or something like that, just certain amount of sprints to really get in the zone. But I do talk about how like pregame routines are good for eliminating pregame nerves, because you do the same thing every game, you really get like it's okay, it's just another game, like that LeBron James the powder thing we did that thing. Whenever you do that, if you do it every single game, it's like, okay, it's just another game. It doesn't matter if it's the finals.
It doesn't matter if it's a big game. Yeah, you're doing the same thing. It's natural to you,
Just another game, and then that's how you play your best. It's another game. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's facts. I remember because I play receiver. Me and my best friend Skyler, that was my QB. One thing we would always do before games was around, because the games, I know they will always be at a set point, like 7 Friday night. So around 2 to 3 hours before the game, we'd always go to the same Subway. We'd get the same sandwich and the same chocolate brownie cookie.
The cookie
every Friday, bro. It didn't matter like if it was for a state, it didn't matter what type, if it was a playoff game, regular game, it didn't matter if we were expected to lose or expected to win. We do the same thing because it was just ritual. You know what I'm saying? So, and like you said, that's so important because it doesn't matter if it's a big game, you're going against a big time rival, whatever. If you do the same thing over and over again, it's just another game. It's just another game. And that's really the mindset that you hear a lot of athletes talking about. It doesn't matter if it's the Super Bowl, a game in a World Cup, or a World Series, they approach it like, obviously, the magnitude of it, but at the end of the day, it's just another game. That's really what it is.
And that's, like I said, that's how you play your best. Even like YouTube videos, like if you just expecting to, well, actually, there's a balance between them, because I feel like each video you want to be like, oh, this is gonna be the one that make you blow, but like going into it, you just gotta feel like, oh, this is just another video, another video I'm gonna put out. But I do gotta ask, do you go back and get the same Subway sandwich, or you tired of it?
Man, look, so now I can't eat that sandwich no more.
Exactly.
I'm tired. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I can't eat it no more. I ate it too much. I'm tired of it. Every time I go to Subway, I have to get something different, because it's like if I even look at that sandwich, I might get sick. I might throw up. I'm not gonna lie.
You do it for 4 years, or just that for a full season or something?
It was specific. I remember before it was mainly just that one season. But before it, we used to do it like on and off. But we really before like the season that we did it, it was like, okay, we're gonna do this, and we did it the whole season, and we stuck to it. And then after, it was like we didn't do it again, because like at that point, like we had got sick of Subway.
Exactly. Couldn't do it.
So, it was really that one season, man. But it really did help, like, honestly, because as a part of a pregame ritual, bro, you gotta. I know different people do different things, and some people eat like weird stuff as a pregame ritual. I forgot who it was, but I know there was I don't know. It was just some weird stuff. But as a part of a healthy pregame ritual or whatever, like, you want to eat something that's gonna fuel you and like, help you nutritionally to help you physically throughout the game. And Subway was really good for that. You got good carbs, proteins, like all of that, and cookie for some sugar or whatnot. But I remember before, like whenever I would be playing football in like middle school and whatnot, I used to not eat before games, and it was so weird. Like, I used to not eat before any games. I remember one time we went to Chick-fil-A as a team, and I told the coach like I wasn't gonna eat, and he was like, "Why? Why are you not gonna eat?" And the reason I gave was so funny. I was like, because if I eat and I get full, like I'm just gonna be slower. Like I can't run as fast. with food in my body. Like if I'm on an empty stomach, I'm gonna run faster, you know. Like that was my whole process.
Hey.
That's why I never ate. I used to never eat. It didn't matter how hungry I was. Like I would rather play football on an empty stomach than full. That's just how I approached it.
And that's an example of how like the mental is more powerful than the physical, because you know whether it's true or not, as long as you believe that it's true, then it's gonna help you. I saw like a research like Marshawn Lynch. You've seen the like Skittles commercials. Like, have you eaten Skittles? He'd be eating like Skittles like on the sideline. So obviously, any nutritionist could tell you that's not gonna really help you perform better. But if it's all mental, it's like this is what I've been doing my whole career. Then that's gonna help you perform better. So like whatever you believe, that's what goes.
Yeah, man, the power of the mental, bro. I'm telling you, bro. And it's really good that you're a coach and you have a book out, because it's so important, bro. Like, because we always hear about like, Kobe or whatever, the mental side, but nobody actually really goes and like tries to improve their mentality or improve how they approach the game, because it's really a difference maker. I've heard LeBron talk about how the game is slower now, like it slows down for him. And one thing that he said that really stuck to me was when he goes out and plays, it's not like he's not even playing against anybody else anymore. He's playing against himself. It's like he's playing a chess match with himself when he goes out, and that's so crazy. And it's always stuck. It's so crazy to me, because it's like, man, like once you train yourself mentally and once you reach that level, it's like you don't even see anybody else. It's like you're playing the game and you're just trying to play it at the highest level you can. It doesn't matter what anybody else is doing. Another clip, I saw this TikTok, and he was talking about Game 6 in Boston when he had probably his best playoff performance ever. And he said, like, it was a big game. Like, obviously, it was a really big game. But he said that in the middle of the game, like, he wasn't even really trying. Like, it was like he was going out there and he was just trying out different moves. Like, if he would come down and he'd think, like, okay, I want to do this. Like, I want to try this out. And he would try it out. And I was just like, dude, that's so crazy. Like, on the outside looking in, you think like, oh man, like just a big game, like he must be feeling pressure. In his head, he's just like, okay, like I just want to try this move out. Let me try it out. And like he's doing it, like it's crazy.
I mean, that's another level, because he's already the GOAT, so he can do what he wants. But it's really just the fact that he's having fun with it. He's trying new things, like I said, taking risks, like not being afraid to take that. And then like Curry said the same thing. Like when he shoots, like he's the best shooter right now. When he shoots, he says he's not thinking about anything. He's not really trying to do anything special. He just shoots it and then goes in, because he's taken maybe 1 million shots by now. So he just knows it can go in. And then when you're willing to take those risks, that's when you play better. You're able to you're not too afraid to do anything.
You take the risk. And like you said, Curry with his 1 million shots, consistency breeds confidence. When you do something over and over and over again, bro, it's like, despite like you might not, like low key, if you just do it a lot, you might not even get better at it. But the fact that you've done it a lot, it gives you confidence, because it's like, okay, I've been here before, I've done this before. And that makes you better. If you're confident in something and you really believe that you are able to do something, like, oh, I've been here, it's familiar, then that gets you better. It makes you better. So
yeah. And if we're to shout out Jordan Real quick again, because see some of his latest videos, he talks for like 10-20 minutes straight, like no stutter, just all smooth. And like, bro, how do you do that? But it's cool to see, like, you go back to his 2-3 years ago, his old videos, he's very quiet. He made cuts like every 10 seconds, and he wasn't able to speak like that. And I was like asking, how'd you get to that level? He said, like, bro, I made 600 videos of me doing that. So after doing that many times, trying to speak that many times, then you're going to be able to do that eventually.
Exactly, bro. Like, and I think about that as well. Shout out Jordan Gary for real. But like, I think about that as well. I haven't even made the amount of videos he's made. Like, I probably only made like 200. I forgot the exact number. It's 230 something. But bro, every time I make a video, it's like it gets easier and easier. It's not as difficult as it was starting out a year ago. It's like every time I make a video, it's just getting easy. And that's the goal. It's like, man, it just keeps getting easy, because I've done this before. I'm not new to this at all. So
did you start like within 2 years, like you said, a year ago, or how long did you start?
So I started before, like, if you go back and you look at my channel, my oldest video is posted sometime in June in 2020. However,
Okay.
at that point, I wasn't making videos like
Yeah.
consistently and with a purpose. I was just
Mhm.
kind of making videos talking about whatever.
Yeah.
And I would post like every like couple weeks or
Mhm.
maybe once a month, like not consistently, right?
Yeah.
But the moment where I really said like, okay, I'm gonna make videos, like not I'm not just gonna talk about whatever. I'm gonna make videos and I'm gonna post consistently was
Mhm.
I think I remember the exact date. It was May 4th, 2021. So I
Mm.
always count that point as, the time that I started
Okay.
because at that point I had committed to it and I committed with a purpose.
Mhm.
And I actually applied myself to that purpose. Before then, it
Yeah.
was kind of like whatever. Like I didn't
Yeah.
care. I
Yeah.
wasn't putting effort. I wasn't trying to be a YouTuber. I was just getting videos out. But at
Mhm.
that point, I was like, okay, I want to actually do this and I want to help people and I'm gonna post consistently. So I always credit May 4th, 2021 as the day I really started,
Okay.
being a
Okay.
YouTuber. So
Yeah, so I say, yeah, you've only been doing it for a little over a year, so I mean, yeah, you're still new, and that you're on the right path already. But as long as you're doing
appreciate
it
that.
often, then yeah, you're gonna explode it eventually. It's just
Yeah,
that consistency, doing that over and over and over. And like I said, all it takes is one video. Like I remember, like I said, I saw Jordan Green's growth. Like he was doing it okay, and then took that I think he made like a no fat video, just like one video, and then that exploded his channel from there. So it's just if you just keep batting, eventually you can get a home run, bro, for sure.
yeah, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And the thing that I always think about whenever I'm talking about YouTube, or I'm like you said, all it takes is one video, and
Hmm.
always having the consistency is I always think back to sports and football, bro.
Hmm.
Because
Yeah.
like just always putting your head down, keep working, keep working, keep working, keep working,
Hmm.
and eventually, you're gonna get your goal if you work hard as a team and you practice every day. And you're getting better, not only going out to practice, but you're getting better each practice. Of
Hmm.
course you're gonna go win and whatnot,
Yeah.
only if you apply yourself and you believe in yourself that you can do it. So I always
Mhm.
think back to football whenever I'm making a video, or whenever I'm posting, or whenever I'm thinking about a video idea or whatever. I just think
Mhm.
back to my days in football, man.
Yeah,
But
that's dope.
I actually have a question.
Alright.
What is have you I've seen a bunch of memes on this, and even Jordan, he was talking about his experience trying out for football. But what was the one? Have you ever had an experience where you were in practice or you were in a game one day and you're like, what am I doing? Like it
Mhm.
was so hard that you actually considered giving up for a moment, or So, like, I
About
know me personally, like I've had like that moment. It would come almost every week during conditioning,
Mhm.
during whenever we'd be outside in the Texas heat, running suicides across the field or
Yeah,
doing something, and I'll just be after practice, like laying down, and be like, "Man, why am I doing this?
yeah.
Why am I doing this to myself?" You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
That's my moment. Have you ever
That's
had
just
a moment like that?
oh, for sure. I mean, every time we did conditioning, bro, because especially soccer workouts, it's something
Oh man,
different. It'd be summer or spring. They just have us do, it's like long distance, but it's sprinting at the same time. So we do like full field football. So you have to sprint there and back, and then you get a rest and sprint there and back, and then over and over, bro. and at a certain point, I'm like, bro, I think sometimes he has a less test you have to achieve, but sometimes the coach is just like makes you keep running and like, bro, do you know how hard this is, man? So I don't want to stop.
you know what I'm
I've
saying?
never thrown up like in practice or anything, but I
Yeah.
definitely like gotten weak where like I almost pass out. But I don't know if you've thrown up or anything like that.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Like I can't even imagine, because if in soccer you're run like it's constant running.
Yeah.
It's not like in football you run for 6 seconds on average, and there's like you stop to huddle and call a play and
Yeah.
whatnot. There's like a little pause.
Yeah.
Soccer,
It's
it's you
constant.
constantly going. You
Yeah.
constantly going. You know what I'm saying? For 90 minutes, it's just you going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So I can't imagine. I thought we were doing stuff. I thought we were conditioning. I can't imagine what soccer conditioning is
Mhm.
like.
Yeah, that's why you had to get good endurance. But yeah, those workouts are crazy, man. Not not fun. Don't miss it. Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's the thing where I was like, oh man, like,
Mhm.
and like, and playing basketball too. Like, I'm like, bro, like in basketball, you're constantly running as well. You're going this side, this side, this side, this side. So we would, because I know for football, to get us like the most condition we can is we had to do, not only did we do like outside like football, um like supersides, and we did this thing called Indian runs,
Yeah.
where the whole team would run in a straight line across the field like 5 times,
Mhm.
and the person in the back of the line, the coach would blow a whistle. The person in the back of the line would run sprint all the way to the beginning line, and then do it like all over again, like the whole time, 5 times. Every time the person got to the line, the person last would go up and do it again, you know?
Yeah.
So not only will we be doing things like that, but we would also go inside the gym and condition with the basketball team as well to get, you know, to get us in peak shape, because they were always running, because that's what they do in basketball. So I remember we had to go and do that as well. But
wait,
I mean,
can
it works.
you hear the banging thing? So
oh, yeah.
Or like I'll mute myself when I'm not talking, but yeah. All right, cool.
But yeah, and it worked though, because one thing my coach always told us in practice was, you know, practice should be the hard, like, you know, you practice, and you go play a game, right? Practice is the hard part. The game should be easy. The games are supposed to be easy and fun, right? Practice is where you're going to consider quitting. Practice is where, you know, it's supposed to be hard. If it's not hard in practice, there's a problem. You know, if you go out and you play a game and that's the hard part, there's an issue, you know? And at first I remember hearing that, I'm like, why? Like, that doesn't make sense. Like, I don't want to die in practice, you know, like, that didn't make sense. But, you know, once you go out and you condition in the practice and you go out and you play the game, and it's like, you can breathe, like you're able to think more clearly because you're not tired and whatnot. And it's just easy. Like, it's fun. It made a huge difference. And we ended up winning a lot of games because we put in more work in practice than opposed to a game. I know you can probably vouch for that or relate to that, but what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, like he's right. Like, the practice should be the hardest part, where, you know, you're about to pass out, about to throw up. But by doing that makes the games a whole lot easier. So I talk about, like, you're using your intuition and instincts when you're doing the practice. You're doing things, drill it over and over again. You might have to think about it to work on it, but when it comes to game, you just have to let it all have instincts take over and you shouldn't even be thinking, really. Just let your whole preparation go for it. So
exactly, it's second nature.
Yeah, so definitely, the work should be the hard part, and then when you're playing game or something, that should be fun and easy. Yeah.
Facts. I got a couple more questions and then we can wrap it up pretty soon. Shoot. Yeah, that was a good question. Because I always think about that. Like, I always literally think about that. And you can really put that into any, you know, aspect, you know, like the things, especially being great. Like, if we were talking about Kobe, we're talking about Muhammad Ali, we're talking about all these guys. And if you study them and you study their work ethic, like the things that Kobe was doing, like, in no game was he going to be shooting 1,000 shots, you know, or anything like that, you know? It, like, that's just not even possible. But because he was shooting so much on his own, he was doing so much work in practice and by himself, he not only was he just shooting, but he was actually practicing his game moves, you know what I'm saying? And he was doing it over and over again, more than he had to in a game. In a game, it's easier because it's like, yeah, it's an actual pressured situation, but it's like, bro, I'm doing more things. That just doing more things on your own is gonna breed confidence, because you're like, oh, I'm doing more by myself than an actual game. Like, you know, I can actually be free and do what I do.
Yeah. On that, like, Kobe's the day he scored that 81 points, that, like, that's like the second most ever in NBA. Like, they asked him, like, how'd that happen? He said that the previous summer I shot 1,000 shots a day the whole summer. So if you do that 1,000 shots, that many shots, obviously going to the game, it's just on autopilot. It's easy. If at that point he's taking the same exact shots that he's done in the game, and so if you do that, then it's easy. I'm sure. Yeah. Oh, just side note, because I just remember this now. I do gotta ask you about how he was roasting us about the basketball JT the JT Jordan Green thing, the live stream and the game, and you roasting us, man. Hey, it's hard to lift, man. It's hard.
Yeah. So, hey, man, I know y'all was watching. I was in the street. I was like, oh man.
Yeah.
I was like,
yeah, I do have excuses. Like I said, I'm more of a soccer player. I shoot every now and then, but hey, I'll tell you. I think that was all of our worst days where we were all missing. I don't know what it was, but yeah,
I was like, oh nah, bro. I was like, oh man, like,
you could have done better.
That like that. But hey, man, hey, I'm not. Hey, I know I'm talking, but I got some basketball content planned out. So
Okay,
y'all
cool.
go,
Yeah,
y'all go
you gotta
see
see that.
me. Y'all go
Okay.
see me. Trust.
All right.
I'm not just a keyboard internet warrior, man.
Uh-huh.
Trust. Y'all go
Okay.
see me.
It can't be super edited though. It can't be 20 shots for one make. Hey, we gotta see
I
this.
got
But
you.
yeah,
Yeah.
bro. Yeah,
That's hilarious, man.
but that was funny. We were talking about how we played 21, and usually takes a couple minutes. We take 21 for an hour, and for an hour straight, bro. We couldn't make no shots.
I'm like, y'all played 21 for an hour. I'm like, bro, it should not take this long.
Yeah, man. I think part of it was Jordan. He, like you said, he likes to shoot from range. So we were just taking all 3-pointers. I'm a layup and just like distributor. That's how I do. But yeah, man.
Yeah, but hold on, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go do something. But yeah, go ahead.
Answer this question.
Yeah.
As a soccer player, I did not put enough work and practice, and it showed during the games how inconsistent my skills were because of my conditioning. Yeah, that's what I talk about. If in practice you're working on all the things you need to be working on, the games it'll come easy. So a lot of things. So what you need to do is you need to figure out the things. What are the things that you don't do well at in the games? Let's say you're not the best 1v1 dribbler. Let's say you're not the best shooter. So in practice, the week before the game, you need to be working every day. You need to be working on at least one thing on 1v1 dribbling. You need to be working on the shooting. Just doing that every day because so then by the time the game comes, you're gonna be super confident enough to do it. And another thing on that too is when you're just shooting, you say I need to work on shooting. That doesn't mean just go to the field and just kick the ball over and over. That's not anything. Kobe was talking about how to prepare for a game, he made sure he was doing the movements that was exactly the ones in the game. So whenever, like I said, I was guilty of this. I just go to the field and just shoot over and over. But if you can do the things that are specific to what you're going to do in the game, so you make the same play, make the same runs, dribble the same way, and then do it in a game-like fashion. That's how you can, improve.
Yeah. So I want to talk about this real quick, and I got a question, and we can close it off. But we were talking earlier, beginning of stream, we were talking about playing at high school and then playing in college, and you played for a year, and you realized you didn't even it's a job, and you didn't really enjoy it as much as you enjoyed the mental coaching aspect of it. Was there a specific moment where you realized that, or was it something that you knew for a while but didn't get exposed until you actually soccer became a job for you?
Yeah. It was kind of a slow build, but I will say, well, like I said, through high school, I was playing on a club team, but we practiced twice a week and games. And I had high school was every day, but it wasn't as serious. So I thought at that point I was like, yeah, I love soccer. I want to go pro. But then I went to college, and then you get there and you're like I said, you wake up early, you have class in the morning, you have practice for an hour or two, a high intensity practice hour or two, and then you get back, have to do homework, and then you go to sleep and try to do it all over again. And then some days I have film extra, and then you have games, and so it was just a lot, and I wasn't used to doing that encompassing my life. But I will say the breaking point was college and high school workouts are completely different. And I thought high school was pretty hard. But I got to college, and that was when he was talking about where the coach was making us do. Usually in high school, it'd be you have to get 10 down and backs. Okay, I'll do 10. This time the coach was in control of it. So he said, we're doing down and backs, but just keep going. I'm gonna tell you when to stop. So he kept going. He said again, go. Another one, go. And so at that point, I said, no, this thing, I can't be doing this.
Yeah.
This is
not it.
At that point, I was feeling this is, I don't even know if this is healthy anymore. I feel my body breaking down. Stuff like that. But it was it was kind of all together. How it was 24/7, and it wasn't as fun. I was kind of being scared because you're playing against, especially soccer, you're playing against foreign players. We had the best players on the team were Brazilian, Nigerian, and so you're trying to compete with them. And I'm not at that level yet. So you feel insecure about yourself. So it's all those things piled up until I was I think I and then for some reason, I think I don't want to do this anymore. And later I found out I liked coaching better.
Yeah. I know for me, I didn't even go a whole season. I went a camp, and then I kind of it was and I kind of decided, I'm man, this is how my whole story was. So I committed to play at D2 school called Texas A&M Commerce. They're D1 now. They just transitioned to D1. So I remember the time they were recruiting me. They were already planning to make the jump to D1. They had renovated like all their facilities or whatever to be a D1 program, and I had committed there in December of 2019, right? So this was before the pandemic. So I was committed. I was planning to go there for like moving over summer for summer camp and then get ready for fall. So the pandemic had started. It was everything that got shut down, but they didn't know if the season was going to be canceled yet or not, right? So we were still going to report for summer camp. So I went to summer, and we didn't even have class. Like there was no classes. There wasn't really anybody on campus yet. So I went to camp, and the first workout, I was like, man, look, I never realized, because I was pretty in shape. I was trying to condition myself at home during the pandemic, right? There is no amount of running or whatever you do on your own time that will prepare you for what the coaches have for you or whatnot, right?
That's what I'm saying. Did your coach give you like a program, like a summer program too, or something like that? Or like,
yeah, they gave me like a little summer program. Like,
yeah, and I was doing it consistently. I was like, yeah, okay, I got it. And you show up to practice, and bro, it's just another level, bro.
Yeah, like I was like, man, what is this? Like, yeah. I'm over here dying, right? I'm like, what the hell? Like, dude, no.
And it was nonstop. I think like that was another thing. It was like preseason workout. So every single day, it was one day it was a crazy workout. The next day was a crazy workout. It was like my legs were breaking down. I was like, man, I can't do it.
Yeah. So man, I remember. So we go, you warm up. We had a little practice, like light practice, like throwing the balls and whatnot, catching, because I was a receiver. So I was working with the receivers and just work on my catching and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, this isn't as bad. And then I didn't know we had to go lift. Like that was, I didn't even know that. I thought that was the practice. I thought we were practicing then. That was just like warm-ups. That was just some light stuff. So, that ends, we go to lift. I'm like, okay. So we lift. It's not like a light lift. Like we're lifting, and it's legs, right? So it's our team lift, offensive side, position groups divided. So I'm working with the receivers, and we're doing really, like, this was the first day of camp, so we're maxing out, right? So I'm like, that's crazy, right? So I'm like, okay, we're gonna max out, go home, or go back to rooms, whatever, go meetings, and then recovery and whatnot, right? So we're lifting, we're lifting head like this, we're maxing out, like they weren't kidding about that. I didn't know. And then I thought we were gonna just, whatever, like I said, I thought we were just gonna go back. This dude says, go get your cleats, like go put your cleats back on. I'm like, nah, bro.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah, nah.
I'm like, what? Go put who? Go put what? So we put the cleats back on. By that time, the assistants had already set up what we were gonna be doing as a workout next. They put on each side of the field their sleds, right? Weighted sleds. So not only after a heavy maxing out leg workout, the whole workout is you get a sled, you run 100 yards across the field, you tag them back, and they run 100 yards across the field, and then you get the sled back, and then you run 100 yards across the field again, and then after that you do it all over again, and you do it, and it's not like like you said, there's not a set amount of times you do it. They just like, okay, do that, and we're gonna blow the whistle. I swear we were doing that for at least 40 minutes, just up, and my legs are dying, bro. My legs are burning up. I'm like, it's hard to breathe. My legs feel like they don't even feel like they're there. I have no more feelings in my legs. I'm like, bro, no. So after that, I was like, man, like, I don't know if I could do it. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if I could do this, bro.
So was that one workout?
Yeah, it was just that one workout. And I mean, I went through the whole camp, and then it got later in the camp, they revealed that we weren't going to be playing in fall. Like the season had got canceled because of the pandemic, right? So everybody went back home, and then once everybody went back home, I never like went back to go play football again. I was done with it, because in my head, even before I had went to sign to go play football, in my head, I never really wanted to go pro. Like, I always wanted to play college sports and experience that, and I was good. You know what I'm saying? But at that point, so not only when I realized that it's a job the workouts are crazy, and I didn't even want to go pro anyway. And I was like, you know what, I might as well just like not go forward with it. You know what I'm saying? And as a freshman, like it's not like, okay, you're gonna do all this hard whatever, and then you're gonna get to play. I was not gonna play. You know what I'm saying? Like I was not playing my first couple, like at least my first couple of years because of the guys that were ahead of me.
That's what I'm saying.
I was like, I'm cool. You know,
that was a tough part. Same with me. The first season, I thought, you know, because I was pretty good in high school, I thought at least get a few minutes in college. I didn't get really. I mean, I got minutes in preseason, but I didn't get really any minutes during the season. So I was like, bro, it's not worth it, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not. So it's like I can relate. College sports hit different. They have you questioning your whole life. Exactly.
What's up, Trey? Yeah, I met him at the meet and greet at JT's thing. So what's up, Trey?
What up, Trey? But yeah, man, I was like, bro, I don't know, man. Like you really gotta be built different to not only do that every day, but you got your own studies ahead of like on top of all of that, bro. I'm like, it's different, man. So that's why when we were talking about in the beginning of the stream, if college players should be paid, I feel so heavily because it's like once you really play the sport and you've gone through all of that, you know, you have a different outlook on that, you know. So
I think, and yeah, anybody who says they shouldn't get paid, go ahead, do one workout, one full day of workout, bro, and tell me what you think. Because it's that over and over, and then in addition to school and film and all, like it's a bunch.
Exactly. It said D3 sports is easy. I never played D2. D3, so I wouldn't say that. But even then, no collegiate sport at any level is easy, bro. Because I don't know about soccer, but I know in football, bro, when the NFL draft comes on, players are getting drafted from D3, D2, D1. Like there's pro talent at every level. Yes, there might be less pro talent at the D3 level, D2 level, but there's still pro players at every level. So D3 sports, of course, has the least funding, but there was this one YouTuber I used to watch, Adventure Athlete, and he played at a D3. He played football at a D3 in Oregon, and it is not easy, bro. It's like the same thing that D2 guys are doing. It's the same thing that D1 guys are doing. It's just at D3. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's like I said, like people are getting paid for that. Like the coaches are getting their money from that. So it's not like they're just taking it lightly, bro. You have to be a dog to go to college sports at any level, bro. It's different, bro.
Yeah, it's definitely difficult no matter what level. Have you heard of Deontay Friga?
Oh yeah, that's my guy. Yeah,
so he was like D3, and now he's popping YouTube channel.
Yeah, he's
showing people up on the streets and playing street basketball. So yeah, it's definitely serious, bro.
Exactly. He played at. I remember because I was watching him whenever he was still at Mount Union. I remember I was watching his game day vlogs, and just because it's D3 or whatever, it doesn't mean it's light. They're still over there practicing. They're still whatever. And you know what's so crazy? And it's not even that crazy, but you take an average D3 basketball player or D3 soccer player, or D3 football player, and you put them in like a casual setting, like you're playing football or you're playing intramural soccer, bro, that person will bust everybody's ass. If there's a D3 basketball player, he goes to a rec, bro, he's busting everybody. You know what I'm saying? So
they're all because they put in that it's a daily work, bro. And if you do anything every day, you're gonna be solid, bro.
Exactly, man. Exactly. So anytime I see like a comment like D3 or D2, whatever, then like, nah, bro, you don't understand. Like there are dogs at every level, man.
Yeah, that's for sure, bro.
Do you have any tips on becoming a faster runner while also having more stamina? You want to go first?
Because that's I used to do that. That's the kind of content I made on my channel. What I used to do, I used to just make more physical training, soccer and speed training, and so now I do more mental. But becoming a faster runner, work on like explosive workouts. So, like the box jumps, like this, the weighted stuff to build the explosiveness, and then it's hard to do both speed and stamina. But I think you'd have to segment it off, like do speed for a couple of weeks or so, and then we're stamina on another couple of weeks. So because hard to balance both of those.
Yeah, that's true. I'll say it's different. You do have to like maybe cycle. Like one day you have a speed focused workout, and the next day you have conditioning more stamina focused workout. One thing that I used to do to become faster, and coaches make us do, is just hills, like running up hills.
Yeah, for sure.
Like adding resistance while you're running, so that you play on a flat surface. Of course, it's going to be a lot easier. But running hills, anything weighted like sleds, like any sled work or pushing or whatever, just adding resistance while running in any sort of way is gonna get you faster. Stamina, we usually just run. Like that's all we use.
Exactly.
Run.
Yeah.
So that's what we did.
Yeah, ain't no secret to building stamina. You just run, man. That's all.
Run. You just you just run. So yeah. So then D3, you are focused. You are forced to focus more on academics. I get that D3, because in D3 you're not even given like a actual scholar, like an athletic scholarship. It's just money. Like they give you money for academics, whatnot. But trust me, bro. Trust me. Like I know people that have gone D3, and it is not light, bro. It's not it's still, even at D3, not anything close to high school. It's still college sports, and they still treat it as much, you know what I'm saying? Especially at the football level, you know what I'm saying? So they still take it serious. I know there's some D3 football teams that could get up with some FCS D1 football teams. Like, for example, Mary Hardin Baylor. It's a D3 football team, but I think they're the most winningest football program right now in Texas over schools like UT or Texas A&M. So they're, just because it's D3 or whatever doesn't mean take it light. So I did D3 track with dunk on the D3 basketball players. Hey man, that might just be your school. I don't know.
That's probably what it was. Your school
might just be your school, because I know if you went and you played at if you went against Friga's basketball team, Mount Union, I don't know. They not letting that slide. So that's just your school. I ain't gonna lie. So we gotta get Jordan if you're to play soccer.
I see basketball, because you say you guys both pretty confident in basketball, so I gotta see y'all be 1v1.
Yeah, man. Hey, Jordan and me, basketball 1v1. But I know if we were to play soccer, bro, Bryce would whoop all of us, bro. I'm sorry.
I'm saying
Bryce would cook all of us.
On the field, that's what I'm saying.
He would cook all of us. We're not ready for that smoke.
Yeah, but because Jordan and JT play 1v1, but JT not really a baller like that. So, but if y'all both ballers, you got to see that. But I will warn you, bro. Jordan, he's an athletic, bro. He saw him jumping. He was jumping frog, bro. He's going.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, you know what? I will say I'll give him that. Jordan got bunnies, man. Jordan can get up. And I was like, dang, Jordan can get up like for real. But I will say this. I'll make a bold claim right now. I believe I'm a better shooter than Jordan. I really truly believe
that's the tough part, because he prides himself in the shooting and his hops. That's like the top. Those like two things. So we'd have to either. Well, which one would you rather do? A 1v1 or like a horse?
Oh, I say, so we could do both. Hey, we can do both.
It's like anything.
I'm confident in me. I'll win regardless. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, it might be worse with horse, because I really do believe I'm the better shooter. But 1v1, if we play 1v1, I'm confident in my defense. He won't even score. That's tough.
Call him out. Hey, y'all.
I'm saying right now, I'm gonna
timestamp this and send this to Jordan right now. Maybe
anybody screen record this, send it to Jordan. Send a clip. Me and Jordan, we 1v1 to 12, right? I promise he won't score more than 3 points.
That's tough. All right. I know. So you won't get him heat, because he's competitive too. At least he likes to say he's not competitive, but so he'll hear that challenge and go for it. So whenever you win this time,
we need that. I promise you. you. Hey, and after I read Bryce's book, shoot, he might not even score a point.
Oof.
Real talk. He might not even score at all if I read Bryce's book. You know what I'm saying? If I read Bryce's book, it's gonna be a 12-0 blowout.
Yeah. Oof.
Simple.
People got to see that. Yeah. So if you in Dallas, or if we go to Austin, you in Dallas area at all?
I'll be, because I got I'm from there, so I got family over there. So anytime I visit some family, trust me, hey Jordan,
for sure. We gotta put that on for the culture, bro, for sure, bro.
Exactly. Hey, they're gonna love that.
Yeah.
We got 1v1. Said Jordan got hops. Yeah, he got hops.
Yeah, you got hops. Yeah,
you're a football player. He's just gonna foul. He plays like cash. That's funny. Hey, look, the stereotype that all football players have defense. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's true because in football we work on lateral
Yeah,
quickness and side movement. So
Mhm.
I'm not gonna lie, that's why I'm so confident in my defense because I know if I
Yo,
know, oh look, he just
look
in
at
here.
Pop Talk. Look at Pop Talk.
Jordan,
Wait,
Jordan.
did you just get here? Or did you hear what we just said? I don't know if you just heard what he said or not.
Hey, Jordan, did you
Go
just
ahead, say
get
it
here
again.
or did you heard what we've been saying for
Wait,
like
go
the
ahead, say it
past
again.
10 minutes?
Regardless, go ahead, say it again. Regardless.
Because look, I'm gonna say it again regardless. I'm gonna stand on it. I'm not gonna back down just because Jordan's in here. Jordan, he just got here.
Right,
We're talking about
listen to
1v1.
this.
I promise this. If we were to play to 12 in a 1v1, you would not score more than what I say, 3 points. I think 3 points. I might have said 4, but you're not scoring more than 3. I'm gonna lower it. Even if I did say 4, I'm lowering it. I don't think you're scoring more than 3 points.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
You got hops. I see that, but hey, y'all know the stereotype about football players. We got defense, and I believe that, or not believe. I know that I can hold you to less than 3. I'm gonna just say it, and I will also say on the record, I said this before, but I'm a better shooter as well. Simple.
He said he violate you in horse too. Violate you in horse and 1v1.
Yeah, both ways. Horse 1v1. I got it, man. He said, "Oh, bro, my shot is on. I'm cooking you." That's the thing, though. If your shot is on, you have to rely if your shot is on. My shot is always on. That's the thing. I get there, give me 2, 3, 4 shots. It's in. I'm saying.
Yeah, so
it's in.
Yeah, let us know when you pull up in Dallas because we definitely gotta see that. That's what I'm saying.
He said, "Cap." That's what I'm saying. It's an amazing thumbnail. Shout my man Hunter, man, for real. But I'm telling. He said, "Whoever can hop into that flow state first."
Yes, exactly.
That's the thing. That's the thing. He said, "Do we have any footage of Pierre hooping?" Ooh. So look. There's a couple clips, right? There's a couple clips. A year ago, I posted a video of me and my friends playing basketball, like a little vlog, like at the rec. However, it wasn't like I posted the actual game. It was just some certain clips or whatnot. There's some footage of me. There's a footage of me getting a block. There's a footage of me shooting a 3, making a pass, but not really like actual full gameplay. Now, if y'all really want to see unfiltered 1v1 basketball, I could go to a rec and I could 1v1 somebody. If y'all want to see that, y'all better like the stream up and show me that y'all want that. But
you got a 1v1 Jordan. Don't let him see your tricks. Just go 1v1 him straight.
That's true. I can't upload any film for him to study and be like, okay, he does this, that's true. That is true. I didn't even think about it. But look, man, I can tell Jordan is really streaky. He might 12-0 you. Nah, bro, that's not happening. That's not happening. There's no way that I'm just gonna score no points at all. A 12-0 is not an option.
Yeah.
He said there's more footage of Ice Cold JT hooping than Pierre. That's crazy. That's tough. That's tough.
But you said you're releasing a basketball video there, right? Soon?
Yeah. I got some footage on the way, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But shoot, after that, I don't even know if I might put it out because honestly, I just might have to go take the trip and 1v1 Jordan for the culture.
Yeah. For the culture, man, because that'd be a good even match. Because like I said, JT ain't the ball like that, but you guys both at it. I see it, bro.
Exactly, man. Exactly, man. We gotta have the legendary Bryce Wilson to be a referee, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'll be there. Keep it, Saturday night, nothing too crazy. But that could be a whole nother vibe because there's people doing boxing, but this could be for self-improvement community. That could be all one basketball.
Hey, man, literally, this could be the next big wave, man, for real.
Like that.
But said who winning in a race between us three?
Because I was telling him I'm pretty fast. We still haven't raced. We keep saying I'm fast. He says he's fast. We still haven't raced, but I'm thinking I'm taking that one. That's
man. I will say this. In my peak. I don't really play football like that no more. But I will say I was a lot faster back then than I am now because I've gotten bigger because I've been lifting a lot of weight. So I'm not as fast. But I will say in my peak, I'm definitely smoking everybody. I'll say that right now. But I say, you know what? I say I'll give it to Bryce. I'll say Bryce might win, but I'm definitely coming in second. I'm not finishing last.
Jordan last place? Yeah. And then, what are you talking about? 40? Are you talking about 40s or 100?
Oh, if we go 40,
Yeah.
then oh man,
40
I
is
like
probably
I do 40
football
because
because that's
that's all
football.
you did in football. So if you do
Yeah.
40, that might be a
Mhm.
different story. I ain't gonna
Yeah.
lie. I
Yeah.
ain't gonna lie. But
But but
he
yeah.
said I speak like he's 45. But 40 is gonna be interesting. I might go first place 40. I ain't gonna lie. I
Yeah,
might
40,
go
40,
first
40 I
place.
might give you 40 because I know that's what y'all work on. But
Yeah. But
anything
if
even
it's
100 or
longer than
maybe just
that,
a
I'm
little.
not gonna lie. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't. If it's longer than that,
Yeah.
I ain't
Yeah.
gonna lie.
That's the thing.
I ain't gonna win that. He
So
said
40.
40 yard to 100 meters is my
I,
specialty.
I, I don't even know why Jordan's talking because as soon as he start running, his back gonna throw out. So I don't know why he's talking. I don't know why he's talking, Jordan.
Oh
Don't act like you
no.
know, man.
Dang, Jordan,
Do
he
some more yoga
arguing.
stretches before you come out here.
He said his back gonna give out. And that's the thing. Look, that's the thing. That's another weakness, bro. In the 1v1. Look, Jordan. Look. That's the thing. We play 1v1. All I gotta do is just post you up. Cause I know you might be young, but you got an old man back. That's the thing. You got an old man back. That's the thing. I don't know if you can handle the physicality, man. I might have to cash nasty you. You know what I'm saying? I might have to just and just post up on you. I don't know. Jordan.
Don't take that, Jordan. So
thing, bro.
Yeah, we gonna have to see this for the culture for sure, bro. Yeah.
That's the thing, man. That's the thing. And Akash was saying that you don't have any defense. That's what he told me.
Akash was talking wild. We gotta see him too. Akash was talking wild. I heard that.
Akash was talking wild too. Hey, Jordan, Akash told me you don't play defense. That's the thing. If you don't play defense, then tough. He said, yeah. See, that's the thing. I don't know, man. I don't know if you don't play defense. Hey, hand down, man down. Hand down, man down, bro. I'm saying.
Yeah.
So that's Jordan his back.
He's trying to keep on the low. He's trying to be like a pro athlete. Can't let out the
exactly. Is he? No,
just in case anybody want to post up on him, he can't let them know.
Exactly. He's like, we've been doing a lot of work. I've been rehabbing my back a lot, so I'm just confident in my abilities. Like,
yeah,
just dodging the question, dodging the question, bro. That's funny.
Yeah,
yeah, bro. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, you might have to just go. Don't go easy on him. Just even if it's not as good day with his back, we'll just go crazy on him, expose him, and then put it up.
That's what I'm saying. That's no mercy. I got it. Hey, Jordan, you my guy, bro. But I'm saying once the 1v1 starts, bro, I'm sorry, bro, because once the cameras are on, it's a different story. Because then that's your reputation. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, sure. Then that's your we can 1v1 for fun and just have a ball, have a blast, whatever. Once the cameras are on, no, it's none of that. It's none of that. I'm not gonna talk crazy on stream on here and then get exposed. That's not an option. Yeah. That's not an option.
Definitely gonna be clipping these. They're gonna be clipping the video.
I want to get clipped. I want to get clipped here, and then like first things first, I'm getting crossed. I'm getting like exposed. You know what I'm saying? First play, I'm out here look like JT. Shout out JT. But I wanna crazy.
Yeah, you don't want to end up like JT.
That's what I'm saying. Oh man, JT. This man said, Pierre just drive the hole every time, don't shoot. Bro, that's the thing. You think that. This is what you think. This is what you think. But if anything, I like driving, but I can shoot. Don't give me space. Don't give me space. Especially the midi. Everybody wants to shoot threes nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Everybody watches Curry, watch the Curry ball, whatever. Everybody wants to shoot threes, but hey, that midi, nothing's wrong with the mid-range. There's nothing wrong with the mid-range. So I'm gonna abuse the mid-range. I'm gonna abuse the paint. That's it. That's it. But I can shoot. Don't get it twisted, man. Don't get it twisted. The first thing get in his head. That's crazy.
It's a mental strategy. You gotta do what you can.
Man. Jordan, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna say this right now. You're gonna have to read Bryce's book 3 times, 3-4 times, maybe, just to put up 3 points, bro.
Oh, Read the book once for each point.
Read his book 4 times, bro.
Once for each. He has to read the book once for each point, bro. That's
exactly. Wild. Me, I gotta read the book. Shoot, I'm gonna read the book once, twice, 3 times. If I read the book 4 times, bro, I don't even want to say what I'm gonna do to you on live.
No. It's not don't violate. Don't lie. You gonna get the stream taken down? Yeah, can't say that.
I'm saying. They might. Hey, if I say it, they're gonna have to knock on my door and be like, police. They're gonna have to arrest me because what I'm gonna do is too illegal.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah.
I can't say it, man. I can't say it, but that's all I'm gonna say, man. If y'all don't have, if everybody in this live, if y'all don't have Bryce's book yet, bro, I'm telling you, the first time, like I'm telling you, if you don't have Bryce's book, all right, you're not optimizing your performance, bro.
You're gonna get violated too, so you better read the book. So you
gotta go get his book. You gotta go get his book. Exactly. So everybody in here that had questions about, like getting better, soccer, whatever sports, bro, really, really go get his book, man, so you can turn it around, man. So that's what, Jordan, that's just what I'm telling you, bro. If you might, the only chance you have to winning this 1v1 is if you read his book at least 10 times. I'm not gonna lie. And you have to memorize each page, bro. You're gonna need it, bro. You're gonna need it when we top the key and you dribbling, bro, and you look into my eyes, and I'm like, and I'm right there. You're gonna have to memorize each page, each word that Bryce is telling. It's gonna be like Bryce is literally in your head, bro. Yeah. Like Ratatouille, bro. Like he's telling you what to do, bro. You know what I'm saying? So
what's that here? Yeah, you talking about Jordan. He might go off. He is competitive, bro. He might go off, bro.
As I say, might have to bring
He's gonna throw this back just for the dunk, just for you, bro.
Nah, bro, that's not happening, man. Sorry, man.
It's a good promo. That'll be if we before we do it, we gotta have like a face off, and you have.
We gotta have a face off stream, bro. That's W promo, man.
Yeah,
we gotta have it like the YouTube boxing, like KSI and Alex Wasabi, whatever. We gotta have a face off. We gotta have a face off stream, man. I'm telling you, build the hype, cause
they can have that, but 1v1 basketball, bro. Hey, get it done, bro.
I'm saying, man, hey, we gonna have to get a ref or anything because hey, I'm taking this serious. I'm not gonna lie. I might have to hack a Shaq, bro. I might have to foul you to get that back little story. You know
I don't know. I mean, I'll be there to ref. I'll just make nothing too crazy, but yeah.
Oh yeah. My man Bryce with the refing, man. I'll be like, you know what I'm saying? I might have to he's trying to I might have to elbow him a couple times. You know what I'm saying? Get that back a little slower.
Yes. All right. Yeah, this ain't gonna be serious. Man. All right, I can see it.
Exactly. He said, "Bro, said said money on the line, good promo, it might go viral." That's the thing. You're saying the thing.
I think it's just at this point, like just reputation, like how Glow's Pierre's been talking crazy already. I know Jordan's gonna be talking crazy, so just that either way you can clip him either way, bro. That's
exactly. We saying we talking crazy either way, man. That's the thing. That's the thing. We got reputations on the line, man. Honestly, look, I talk crazy. I can talk crazy because not only can I back it up, but it's gonna push me even more because I'll be like middle of the game. I'll be like, man, I gotta turn up because of what I said. You know what I'm saying? I gotta back up what I say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's what I'm saying. The we were talking about earlier, all the affirmations. You saying that by you saying I'm the greatest, I'm the best thing to destroy you. Now you gotta back it up. Now it motivates you to get you.
Now it's gonna happen. Exactly. Affirmations, man. This is another reason why you gotta get his book. So I'm gonna say it now on stream, man. Jordan, it's done.
Do not be
not scoring more than 3 points.
Yeah,
I'm saying that right now. I'm speaking into existence. I'm looking right into the camera. I'm looking right to the camera. Not getting 3. You're not scoring more than 3. I'm the greatest. You see this on my shirt? You see this on my shirt? I wore this for a reason.
He knew he was gonna come on here. He knew he was gonna come on here. He wore the shirt.
Exactly. I knew I was gonna talk crazy. I didn't wear this shirt for no reason. It was already manifested, bro. You know what I'm saying? It was destined to happen. I knew I was gonna get on live when my boy Bryce Wilson had to be a winner. So I had to get the champion shirt on.
That's right.
Exactly.
That's right.
Exactly. I'm telling you, Jordan. It's done. It's done, man.
Jordan existence. Yeah, bro.
Exactly, man. Everything happens for a reason, bro. I had to get the champion shit on, man. For real, for real.
And
Man,
he's talking about starting a league. It should be like a tournament of, it could be a
self-improvement,
tournament
bro.
of
We could
different.
get a
You can
self-improvement content league.
one at a time, bro. That'd be crazy. Yeah.
That would be crazy, man. Imagine all the content that would come from that, bro.
Yeah.
It's gonna be beautiful, man. It's gonna be beautiful.
Yeah.
So, bro, think he Goku? I am him, bro. What you talking about? I'm him. I'm better than Goku, man.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I think we'll take a break from the basketball content because I think Pierre, he's gonna keep going and it's gonna get worse and worse. But hey, for both of y'all, so we'll save that. We'll save the trash talking for face off. We got to see that though for sure. But yeah, so if we're gonna talk about soccer, my favorite player is Messi. He just calm and composed, like the way he carries himself, and then he's undefeated. He's got all the trophies, all the accolades, anything you want, right? He's got it, man. Yeah, bro. So Messi.
Okay, let me ask you this. So you're somebody, Messi is your guy. Messi is the GOAT, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna say anything because I'm not really like too informed on it. But why is Messi better than Cristiano Ronaldo? Because I see a lot of people that say, "Oh, no, he's better than Messi. He's the GOAT." So why is somebody like Messi better than Cristiano Ronaldo? You gotta break it down for me.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's one of the ones where you do kind of have to watch the game. Like soccer, it has less stats than basketball and football. Where you see Curry, he made this many threes, or he's good. But like it's like Messi's like Kyrie. He's a mix of Kyrie and Curry. Like he cross people up over and over. Like any 1v1, he can take on anybody, Messi. And then as far as like shooting and scoring, he can score from any angle, anywhere. So that's kind of why it is. Like I think the best part of it is how he can cross people up and then make this insane passes. So those aren't really going to be on the stats, but it's just like you have to watch it to see it. It's beautiful. Like you just watch a Messi reaction, a Messi highlight video. It's just you can see in the first 5 minutes, bro.
That's true. He says Ronaldo is better though.
I mean, like here's the thing. Like I respect both of them. I know he's a hard worker, but like I think Messi's one of the ones like they're freak of nature. Like I said, he's a mix of Kyrie and Curry. If I could put that into terms, but he's just like a freak of nature. Ronaldo's like he's like the most physical specimen. He like worked the hardest to get there. But Messi's just a freak of nature.
Messi is Curry. Ronaldo is LeBron. So we were talking about this kind of before stream, and I was talking about how like I want to get more into soccer, get back into soccer, man. So anybody in here that's also kind of wants to get into soccer, or you want to know more about it, what are some tips you have for people that want to learn more about it and want to get into it?
Yeah, and so I'd say, like I said, the World Cup's coming up soon, so that's a good place to start. Is watch the World Cup, and then whoever like you gravitate towards, whoever like you like really wows you, amazes you when you're watching the game, then you kind of support them and whatever team they're on. The Premier League in England, that's like the best league overall. So that's why you pick any one of those teams and follow them. They're gonna have entertaining games because that's the best league in the world. But yeah, if you follow a team or follow a person that you like from the World Cup, then you'll find some good games out of it.
Okay. When is the World Cup? I know it's this year, but like when does it start?
I think it's like around November. It starts in November, so it's like fall because they're playing. It's usually summer, but they're playing in Qatar. And Qatar right now is like 120 degrees right now, so they're like, nah, we're not playing that. So they put it in the winter for the first time ever.
Oh, that's dope. That's really dope, man. That's dope. Mm-hmm. So do they have are the teams for the World Cup already set, or are they still like doing qualifying?
Yeah, so they're already set. They had the qualifiers a while ago, and so now a couple months or so ago. So now, the teams are set. They already have the schedule and everything. We're playing USA's playing England like on Thanksgiving. So that'll be, I don't know if we'll be able to change the culture and like, because I know that we'll be watching probably Cabo game on Thursday. So we'll see if we'll be able to change the culture to watch that. But like it'd be fun to watch for sure.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Shoot, USA versus England. Who you got?
I got to rep USA now. Yeah, I don't have any USA gear, but yeah, of course, USA. I think, USA obviously isn't known for being the best soccer nation, but England, you might not know, England's kind of trash. So look, they like invented soccer, but they're like one of those teams. I'll say like the Brooklyn Nets. Like they have all the talent, they have all the skills, but they just never win anything. On paper, I think they're the best team in the World Cup. But they just can't win, bro. They just can't win. They said no, I don't know what it is. They can't win. So I think we actually have a chance to win the game. But other than that, I think we'll do pretty solid. But I think like next World Cup will be like actually, because we have a lot of young players. So once the young players are in their prime, the next World Cup will be like be doing damage.
All right. Who do you think, or I know there's not just like one team, but who are a couple nations that you think could actually win this year's World Cup?
Yeah, my top nations to win is one, Argentina, and because my boy Messi's on there, Lionel Messi's on there, so you put him on the field, it's gonna be scary. So I think Argentina is one of the top ones. I'd say like maybe Brazil. They're the ones that like they have all those talent, and they have like the this is the way they play. They're skilled. I don't know if you know Ronaldinho. Like they're super skilled and like this because they play street soccer all the time, so they just know how to do skills. So they'll take on anybody like 1v1s. So they're fun to watch. Something like Brazil has a chance, and then what was it? Maybe like Germany, or because they have the young players. But I think I think Argentina might win it. I said France is the one that they won it last time, and like they still have great players. But they haven't been playing pretty well recently, so I don't know if they're going to win again this year.
Because I remember 2014 when I watched the World Cup, it was Germany. Yeah, I think Germany was really good. Portugal was cool. Who was I think was Senegal. I think Senegal.
Yeah, the African nation. Yeah, that's the thing about the African nations because they just they're all physical and like they're all like they really want it. They're not just gonna be there and show up and just take it easy. So they really want it and they're all like physical. So any one of those countries, if you play them, it's gonna be a tough game, even if you beat them, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So do you speaking of African nations, do you keep up with like the Africa Cup at all? Because that's I know this past cup, I think it happens every 2 years, but because my parents are African, they're from the Ivory Coast, so that's why I said earlier that Drogba was my favorite player. Cool. Man, what was I gonna say? Did you ever like keep up with the Africa Cup of Nations league or whatever?
I didn't keep up with like the full leagues. I think like I do remember I watched like I think the semis and the championship of the African nations. Because I think Salah's playing with Egypt, and there's a couple of Ghana, and I think Senegal was in there too. So I see like the semis and champions championship I watched. I didn't watch the full tournament, but yeah, they're the ones that like you can't count them out. They're gonna be firing on all cylinders. Messi, so if you didn't know, like PSG is like it's a team that has a bunch of money. They have like oil money. Their owner has they got oil money, so they just got money out the roof. So they just bought every single big player they could think of, and Messi unfortunately fell into the trap and got and they brought it in. But it's like the league they're in. It's a French league, and so the PSG is up here, and then everybody else is like way down here. Like it's like the league they're in, they beat everybody 5-0. It's not even close. And then so when it finally comes to like they call it Champions League when they play other clubs from different leagues. When they finally play that, they don't perform well. So like I think like Mbappe and Neymar, they're also on the team, and they're each of them could have been like Ballon d'Or candidates. That each of them could have been best in the world, but they just if you don't play good competition, you're not going to get better. So they just haven't really been playing as well. I think Messi will be fine. I think he'll be playing fine for his country, but they just haven't been playing as well, and they haven't. Like the owner brought all those players for them to win the Champions League, and they flopped on the big stage. So, yeah.
So basically, I'm hearing like PSG is like the Golden State Warriors, like a couple years back. Like they got all the stars and whatnot, and like they're just running through everybody in their league. They're just destroying everybody. So let me ask this: like, why is like if PSG, if they're like so good and they just dominate their league, like is it possible to move to another league with more competition, or do they have to stay there?
No, because it's the French league, so it's like NBA's American. That'd be like the Golden State moving to Canadian league. It's not really possible. So they'd have to stay in their league. But I mean, but the cool thing about soccer is like they have a lot of tournaments throughout the year, and they play clubs from other nations. So like I was talking about the Champions League, they might play an England team, they might play a Brazilian team, whatever it is. But whenever they play those teams, when they're actually good, they flop because they're not used to that competitiveness.
Yeah. Oh, okay, that makes sense. That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
Say Brazil.
And no, Brazil, they got the talent, but like I said, I talking about Neymar. Neymar's from Brazil, but he's the one I used to like him. I don't like him anymore. This man made imagine it's like an NBA championship. He had a Champions League final coming up, and he dropped a documentary before the final even occurred. So imagine like Steph Curry. It was about to be a final NBA final, and he dropped a documentary before it happened. And then not only did that, but he went to the final and he just disappeared. He was nowhere to be seen. He played horribly. So that's why I don't like Neymar anymore. Because he's not serious about it anymore. He's just got money, so he's chilling. But
yeah, man. So French football leagues are either very good or very trash.
Yeah, there's like 2 or 3 at the top, and everybody else is just not even close.
Yeah.
And so we got a lot of soccer fans in here, it seems like.
Yeah, that is true. I never know. Hey, we do have a lot of I'm like, hey, I can learn a lot from y'all because like I said, I'm trying to get more into it. So y'all, this is a good little conversation right here. But
because I think especially if you got like international viewers, like anywhere international, they're big on soccer.
Yeah.
Premier League, La Liga, Messi used to play for FC Barcelona, and that was in La Liga. So those two leagues are one of the top ones. The German league is pretty good too.
Man. But unless any of y'all have any more questions, we're gonna wrap this up pretty soon. I know we've been here for a while. Again, thank you, Bryce, for coming onto the channel and sharing some more insight about your book and just telling us a lot more about yourself. And I hope somebody could really take away something from the stream. And I appreciate you and your time, man. For real.
I appreciate it. Hopefully you gave some value today. Like I said, if you want me to send you your book or anything, or unless your brother could benefit from it, let me know. Yeah, that's what it's made for, those athletes in high school or so, that area. But yeah, hopefully you gave some value. And we do got to see y'all got to spam Pierre. Make sure we get that 1v1 done. We definitely got to get it for the culture vote.
If y'all want to see that, let me know. But real quick, before we get off, I do have a question. I do have one more question.
All right.
What is, if you can, name 3 things, the 3 most important things that a young athlete watching this right now should learn or should practice more to be more successful? If they're on JV, what are 3 tips they can learn right now to make varsity? Or just some things like you would want to tell a younger athlete.
Yeah, 3 things. So like I said, there's a lot of things, but if I say narrow down, I'll talk about three things personally that I really would have benefited from. Is 1, not being afraid to take risks. Like when I was a freshman, junior, and I was trying to be on varsity, play with the varsity players, I was super scared to do anything. I didn't want to make any mistakes, so I just kind of just passed the ball away. I didn't really even I wasn't even on the ball. So I think if I was not as scared to fail, I just did it, I would have got a lot better. The only way you really learn and grow is through failure. So if you just not afraid to fail, that's a big way. So don't be afraid to fail. I say fear regret, not failure. Fear the fact that if you didn't do it, then rather than if you did and learn, because you can always learn from failure. So that's number 1, fear regret, not failure. 2 is being confident by having that experience of just once you just do it over and over again, you're going to be more and more confident. So that's why you have to be on the ball. You have to make those mistakes and make those failures, because the more you do it, the more confident you are. So I'd say, again, don't be afraid to fail and just keep being consistent. That's the number 1 thing. Be consistent, and you can get anywhere in life. And then last thing is be specific about what you actually work on. So whether it's like YouTube videos or sports, like don't just make a general video, or don't just make a general don't just try to work on shooting, but just shoot the ball. Like let's say it's Pierre's for Pierre to work on for the 1v1 against Jordan. Don't just go the court and just shoot around. Do work on actual skills and actual moves you're gonna do against Jordan. Imagine him and visualize him exposing him and crossing your legs and actually going by him and playing up and scoring. So do the actual movements that really will benefit you in the actual moment you're going to prepare for. So that's the biggest thing. But yeah, one of the biggest quotes I took in was fear, regret, not failure. That'll take you
Fear,
a
regret,
far.
not failure. That's yeah, man. I have to write that down. That's beautiful,
Yeah,
bro. But yeah, man. Again, I appreciate you for coming on. Make sure y'all go get Bryce's book, How to Be a Winner. Go subscribe to his channel. It's in the title, and I'm gonna put it in the comments and the description as well. And yeah, make sure y'all spam me for that Jordan 1v1 so we can make that happen, man.
That's it.
But anyway, yeah, go
I
ahead.
was saying, appreciate. Thanks for having me, and yeah, this is fun, man.
Oh yeah, for sure. But anyway, man, thank y'all again. But it's Glow Pierre, and I'm out. Peace.
Peace.